Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I find it very laughable when I hear the opposition members talk, especially when they talk about the salary increase that the government have granted. And it's not even the government that granted it, but it is the persons who works in the accounting general department granted it, because the government does not pay themselves, ladies and gentlemen. It is the accounting general's department that deals with the salaries for the politicians and so on and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. So what the opposition are doing, they are criticizing the salary increase, ladies and gentlemen, and yet every single one of them accept the salary increase. The only person that did not accept the salary increase that was granted, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Holness. And why Mr. Holness have not accepted it? It is so as the people of Jamaica won't be giving him a backlash, ladies and gentlemen, for accepting such a massive salary increase, while many of our public sector workers are not getting a big increase on their salary. Mark Golding accepted his. Why didn't he do like what Mr. Golding, like what Mr. Holness did, since he's so concerned about it and since he's so disgruntled about it, ladies and gentlemen? Why didn't his MPs rejected their salary increase instead of criticizing it now? Why didn't they reject it? And also, why don't they give it back now? Why don't they give it back now? So you see, ladies and gentlemen, I find what they are saying very biased, very hypocritical, and it's like, ladies and gentlemen, these people just go to a bar and they just get the strongest liquor, and when they drink it, they just come and present nonsense to the masses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this question, this serious question. If Mr. Holness rejected his due to the backlashes coming from people, and I heard even Mr. Holness says the salary that he's getting, sometimes he feel like even giving it back also, because, ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't need it. Mr. Holness is a businessman. He doesn't need the salary that he's getting, but he is doing a work and he must be compensated for the work that he is doing. And I am very sure that the work that Mr. Holness is doing makes him worthy of the salary increase that was proposed for him, ladies and gentlemen. Why didn't Mr. Golding decline his salary increase and said, all right, let me do like what Mr. Holness has done. Let me reject the new increase and stick with the whole rate. What you find out, ladies and gentlemen, is that when persons don't have anything to say, when they don't have anything good to say, they go and they say this nonsense in order to confuse people. I heard somebody was commending Damian Crawford, saying that he is very intelligent and that he should be the leader of the People's National Party. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Damian Crawford is an accident waiting to happen because he talks too much and thinks too little. The scripture says even a fool is considered wise when they learn to keep their mouth shut. And what happened with Damian Crawford is that he talks without thinking. He is quick to talk, to talk and slow in his thinking, ladies and gentlemen. If he have an idea and the idea sounds good, why not get second or third opinions about it before he presents it to the masses, instead of going out there and blurting out nonsense, ladies and gentlemen, to the disgust of the Jamaican people? Listen to me. If you get the teachers to be against you, if the PNP get the teachers to be against them, they are going to lose the election. Why? Because the teachers always support the People's National Party. If they get the police to be against them, they are going to lose the election, because these are people who normally support the People's National Party. And when Mr. Crawford, who is supposed to be opposition spokesman on education, are going to say nonsense about the hours he is proposing that teacher should teach. Listen to me. I remember when I was going to school, I couldn't wait on a daily basis for school to over, because learning can be very stressful, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you have quite a number of subjects to study, to cover. It can be it can make your brain feel like it's gonna explode. And can you imagine the teachers, ladies and gentlemen, who have to come and teach the children on a daily basis? Many of them can't eat. Many of them have been standing up and lecturing students for hours, ladies and gentlemen. And when they get their time to go home, they just want to go home, take care of their family, and rest. Now, to extend their hours, ladies and gentlemen, is to say to them, you are a wicked, and you are a person who, you're an unthoughtful person. You are a very wicked person, because you are suggesting something. You want the teacher to do something, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be bad for their health. It's going to cause them to underperform, and it's going to be bad for their mental health. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I say all of this to say that the opposition People's National Party, I don't see them as a viable source, as a viable source, or what should I say? I don't see them as any threat to Mr. Holness right now. I don't see them as a viable source of opposition right now, because they are not awing the voters. I don't see them coming up with anything new. All I see them doing is criticizing what the government is doing, because it is not serving their purpose. And many other things that the government is now implementing, I do believe if the opposition People's National Party go into power right now, they're going to disband them, they're going to dismantle them, and all the effort that this current administration has done over the past 9 years would have been erased. Because what you would find out, ladies and gentlemen, is that they would give the economy in good standing to the People's National Party. And what you will find is that the People's National Party will destroy, undo what the Jamaica Labour Party has done. And then, ladies and gentlemen, many persons are going to start crying once again. The poverty rate is going to start going up again. The crime rate is going to start going up again. I hear many criminals saying they don't like the Jamaica Labour Party because they don't give blight. And the People's National Party give more blight than them. Imagine criminals praising a political party, saying that they get more blight from that particular political party than the current JLP administration. Ladies and gentlemen, the lawmakers are supposed to stamp out crime. They are supposed to be against corruption. They are not supposed to be encouraging it. And when criminals can be praising a particular political party, ladies and gentlemen, based on the fact that they get blind with them, it means that that particular political party is corrupt. Therefore, on that basis, I say, it now is not the time for us to change a prime minister who is working to pick up one, ladies and gentlemen, that don't even know what he's saying, that don't have anything sensible to say to anybody. Because, ladies and gentlemen, up until this very moment, I'm listening for a plan that would persuade me, say, hey, give Marky G a chance. I can't see anything. Even what Mr. Dawes was saying the other day, total rubbish, ladies and gentlemen. I say, ladies and gentlemen, let common sense prevail. It's time that we go beyond party loyalty and vote for the party that is working, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this.